We are the Boas, and we live in California right between the mountains and the ocean. I have a daughter, a son, and I also have a son who died when he was an infant. So we are a family of 5 and 4 of us are still here. The beach is my safe place. Sometimes I go there to run because there are no interruptions or distractions and I like to get lost. And then my favorite part is at the end of a long beach run, going for a dip, even when the water's really cold here in the Pacific Ocean, dipping in the Pacific Ocean, no matter if there are seals or small sharks around me, that is medicine for my soul. My first date with Rebecca was the best date of my life. We went for a walk and she asked me the deepest question. She said, "What are your dreams? What do you dream about?" And I thought, on the first date, we're talking about that? I was first exposed to porn in middle school at a sleepover at a friend's house. These other boys were watching videos and I felt gross about it, but I also felt kind of curious and I wanted to see what they were doing and it seemed like it was normal. Eventually, porn became kind of a way of life. Every day at school, these boys and I would sit in this middle school cafeteria and watch the different girls walk by and rank their faces and bodies. Just like porn, even though they weren't aware of it. So it was a pornographic style of relating that I learned from a very young age that became part of life. Porn really stunted my sexual development because I carried that same pornographic style of relating, the fear and the shame with me for the next 10 years. So even in high school, even in college, I was back in a middle school mindset when it came to dating and relationships. When I was in high school, I decided I do not want to continue using porn. And when I got into college, I began getting some resources and finding some places to talk about it, and I gained some momentum. But in the end, no matter how long I went between instances of using porn, I always relapsed. I was a leader on my college campus. I was the guy people would look to and say, "Look, freedom from porn is possible. He's a success story." And in the meantime, I felt like I was a complete fraud. Like it was an illusion because even though, yes, I'd had some progress and yes, I'd learned a lot and I even experienced some healing, when I graduated college and I lost my support system, I struggled more than ever. And that's when I met Rebecca. When I began dating Rebecca, I knew she was different. And she accepted me in a way that no other person ever had. As we got more serious about dating, we realized that we really, really like each other. Like we really are moving towards marriage. So we wanted to be confident about making that commitment and maybe address some issues ahead of time, like money and conflict and sex. So we found an older, wiser couple who agreed to meet with us. They told us to take some time to share any flaws or potential weaknesses in yourself that you're aware of, that the other person should also know about if they're gonna marry you. I remember sitting on this white couch in Rebecca's apartment right after that premarital counseling session, and I couldn't speak. I was staring at the carpet. My stomach was tight, and we just sat there for minutes. I knew what I had to say, but I didn't want to say it. And in the end, I looked up and I said, "Rebecca, I'm not as free from porn as you might think." And in that moment, her soft eyes met me with love and acceptance, tenderness. And in that moment, I knew that I have to do whatever it takes to marry this person. It motivated me. It motivated me more than anything or anyone else ever had. Not because she told me what to do or because she was so wounded by it, but just because of her embrace. Like just because of who she is. That changed me. If I was going to grow up into the kind of man who could be an excellent husband to Rebecca, I had to develop a style of relating that was not self-centered, that was not self-absorbed. Whereas porn is always catering to, what do I want? What do I need? What are my preferences? It's not a matter of I'm about myself or I'm about her. It's I'm able to manage the needs that I have and the needs that she has in a way that contributes to flourishing for all of us. I have been porn-free for over 6 years last month. And the best part is that it's not even stressful anymore. It's not a struggle anymore. I know that it is a battle and it feels like a battle, but for me it feels like the battle's over. And now it's a matter of bringing love and compassion and tenderness to the places in my heart that still need it.